Hello and welcome to the show. It's me, KRG Comedy, and I'm hosting Rose Colored Classist, an alternative comedy podcast. Yeah, have you guys ever heard of the term alternative media? Well, this is that to what those are to the things we're talking about. You understand what I'm saying? Ever heard of the term new media? Well, this is a new podcast. Yeah, baby, it's episode 78, and I might as well have started yesterday. Let's be serious. No, I'm gonna try and take the topics, sling some jokes, speak sarcastically about the news, the topics, everything everyone's always talking about. Yeah, obviously I'll speak about myself too. This is comedy. But what's going on right now? What is the latest psyop? I mean, come on, we got Windsor getting arrested. Windsor, more like loser. Over in Britain, something's gonna happen because of it. Already out of jail, to be honest, only getting arrested because he committed a financial crime. Yeah, and then what? We got Lex the Wex over in Nuremberg. He's doing a deposition. We're gonna cover it. We got Deepak and deep shit, right? And then of course, how can we forget all my high school friends are gonna go to war in Iran? Everyone I knew in high school is gonna get murdered in some place they can't even pronounce. Aren't we all excited? I'm kidding. The things in Iran are very easy to say. What a culture! No, hey everybody, I'm wondering if we bomb the fuck out of Iran. Does that mean we'll stop talking about the Jeffrey Epstein files? Because that'd be interesting. I'm kidding. They're not bombing Iran to distract us. All right, come on. It's not even about that. Everybody knows. All right, Israel rolled through a genocide. America holding hands the whole way, just walking through the minefield together. They don't need to distract. They're gonna do it all. They'll do it all, and they'll keep rolling. Okay, because no matter how many people hate it or refuse to participate in it, it's gonna happen. Just like this podcast. Yeah, man. And we're gonna go do Dave Smith. Just do him. We're gonna see him. We're gonna watch a clip of him, and we're gonna try and be normal for a second. Try and just pretend it's not all so real. And of course, we'll talk about aliens. I promised you. Oof, aliens going crazy. But before we really, get into it, I did want to give an update about the California governor's race. All right, I do want a big part of my fan base to be Californians and interested in it. And hey, fourth largest economy in the world. How could you not be, right? And just to let you know, Tom Steyer, big billionaire Democrat banker, he's buying ads on HBO Max. Buying a lot of ads on HBO Max. How do I know that? I am watching Rick and Morty in the background while I write or work out. Play Tucker Woolworth, my Dalmatian. Yep, Mr. Billionaire Banker Democrat going hard with the ads. And the ads, do I even need to show them? Just turn on HBO Max. I think you'll see one. All right, yeah, they're anti-Trump. So, beautiful. They're anti-Trump and semi-aspirational, just, how it's been for the last fucking decade and a half. Tom Steyer, yeah, I'm gonna decrease utility prices by 25%. Sure, Tom. I will say a quick question. I asked this about Gavin Newsom 2 weeks ago, but hey, Tom, do you know Jeffrey Epstein? You're big into banking. Did you know Jeffrey and his associates? Because really, again, emphasizing it, that's all that matters right now. Okay? It's all that matters. I'm actually going to try and do something for you guys. I'm going to try and get out some genuine good info. Help the people. Okay? It's in the description. I promise. I'm going to show you a wonderful investigative tool. Besides the one you're looking at and listening to right now. Yeah, it's JeffTube. Look it up. Bring it up. Yes, it's JeffTube. JeffTube. It's like YouTube, but for Jeffrey Epstein. Yeah, don't worry, everybody. Lex Wexner was given the deposition. He said that Jeffrey Epstein was given financial advice to Google. So this is totally up on the up and up. Copyright, not even worried about it. Okay, Jeffrey, when YouTube, they're like this, holding hands together. Yeah, JeffTube. No, this video is not for kids. It's a joke for the creators out there. Yeah, welcome to JeffTube. It has the same amount of children as regular YouTube. It's JeffTube. Yeah, it's a vlog, and you don't want to know what the V stands for. Okay, I'm clearly running out of jokes for this, but yeah, JeffTube, keep scrolling. Yes, JeffTube, there's an ASMR category. Mukbang. There's a true crime section. That one's a little big. Yeah, JeffTube. Broadcast your younger self. For anyone who knows fucking YouTube slogan. Yeah, JeffTube. There's a broad in a cast who's her young self. Please, someone stop me. I'm not getting paid for this. Yeah, JeffTube. This is what it looks like. Click it yourself. I put the link in the description, didn't I? Dude, what a video this would be if I put this link in the description. Yeah, a lot of interesting stuff going on. Yeah, a lot of interesting stuff, and you try and explain it. Yeah. Scroll this, why don't you? Yeah, you're addicted to your phone? Well, look at you. Try and watch JeffTube. Don't masturbate. All right, I know that can be hard. I know that sometimes you'll just be scrolling videos and you'll get the urge, you get a feeling in your head. But come on, this is JeffTube. You're gonna need to fight that. Yeah, I know. Jeffrey Epstein programmed it into you to feel the urge to masturbate every time you open your phone, but you got to fight that. Got to fight the urge. Okay, no, scroll. Don't do that. Hey, my dog is playing with something. It's gonna knock down the cameras. Hey, dog, go. Sorry, you can't play like that over there. I wish I could do something for you. Yeah, what draws my eye when I scroll JeffTube? Here it is. I want to look at it. Let's click on it. He's everywhere in it. You see his face over and over again. It's Deepak Chopra. Let us watch a video he sent to Jeffrey Epstein.
The biggest obstacle to knowing yourself is to confuse yourself with your name and your current experience of that which you call your body-mind. The only invariant in every experience is the awareness in which experiences come and go, including the experience of a shifting body-mind and perceptions that go along with it. To know yourself as awareness is self-realization.
Spiritual talk from an alleged pedophile. Don't you love it? Yeah, and the paintings in the background. What the fuck is up with the paintings, everybody? Week after week, I look at the paintings, and then I watch this video and the paintings in the background. I mean, come on. Look at those things. Yeah, secret messages for the elites. That's what paintings are, as I've decided. I mean, really, that's how you do it. Painters, if you're like, you really want to make it, okay, go to a billionaire, ask for a commission. Emphasis on mission. All right, just go up to some fucking sop-ass billionaire. Just go, hey, can I make you paintings that make it clear that you're in the occult? Can I do that? I'm trying to eat this month. Just as a painter, only paint scenes that psychotic sop billionaires would buy. All right, just have some billionaire walk into your art gallery. Just go, what is this painting? What is this painting? That's interesting, because as I am trying to tell everyone I kill children, so you know what? I think I'm going to buy this painting. I think I'm going to buy it. How much is this painting? How much is it? Yeah, can the amount of this painting be exactly the amount I need money laundered? Yeah. If this painting of a naked woman on her knees holding some blue liquid, offering it to a tree, if that amount could be the exact number of drugs, guns, and jewels I sold this year, that'd be great. Yeah, if you could have a painting too on the side that is also the amount that I paid to murder people, then yes, I will buy it. I will make you rich. Power to the artists. Yeah, man. These guys, they're always looking for a new way to tell people they're evil. So, yeah, that's how you make it as an artist now. All right, don't get it twisted. I mean, Deepak. Everyone thought Indian guys were creeps, and now just proving it. Yeah, over there in India on the train doing awful things. Yeah, well, I wonder if Deepak's, all his philosophical thoughts throughout the years. I mean, at this point, with his connection with Jeffrey, I'm gonna just assume that they're all probably subliminal messages to create grooming gangs. It's, that's what I'll say. I'll say it. Why not? Why not? I mean, is it true? You just heard him. Gosh, it didn't mean anything to me, but maybe to a grooming gang it would. Yeah, it's very troublesome. We all know he's lying, being weird. He's fucking, best friends with the worst person on planet Earth, probably. The guy who's in the running for the worst person. And it's so sad, but I think we're gonna have to take everything this guy's ever said and throw it in the trash. Yeah, come on. What kind of dipshit would buy another book from Deepak at this point? I mean, it is rare for a pure philosophical thinker just to be discredited entirely, right? That is an interesting thing. This guy has tried to say meaningful things his whole life, and turns out his whole life is pretty bad. Yeah, the Dalai Lama too. By the way, it's over for that fucking old fuck. Yeah, the Dalai Lama he dies and gets reincarnated to a kid. What happens to the kid? Yeah, we all know what happens to the kids when they're around the Dalai Lama, but what happened to him? Yeah, man, it's just so hard to take philosophical advice, from someone who loves pizza and grape soda. This guy's giving all this advice, and then all of a sudden starts talking about pizza and grape soda. Yeah, I think I'm gonna start using those words a lot more casually. Just say it as indifferent as they do. Just go, yeah, pizza. Uh-huh. Yeah, we all know what pizza is. We all know it. Why do I gotta make a tone of voice that makes it sound incredulous? No, all right. They're out there making it obvious. Pizza. They're just saying it. All right. I don't want to be like fucking, Ellen at the Oscars. 10 years later, just giving up the game. I mean, why be weird about it? It's just pizza. It's just grape soda. Come on, get some pizza. Don't be stupid, Elon. Don't be stupid. Let's get some grape soda. Stop being weird. We all know what it is. Yeah. Oh, man. Okay. Whew. Gosh. They're all going down, bud. Can't even help it. I want to just talk about normal things so bad, right? Don't you just all want it to be normal again? It's hard to be, but some people are out there trying. Some people out there trying to act regular. Talk about the Democrats. Talk about the Republicans. Let's do it again. Remember when those were the lines? Let's go back to that for a second. Pretend it's true. No, yeah, part of the problem this week, this show's 4 times a fucking week. Yeah, not all of them can talk about the Epstein conspiracy. All right, they're pivoting. All right, they're throwing some red meat, blue meat, really. They're cutting up the blue people, throwing them out, pretending it's still a side. Yeah. Dave Smith, Robbie, part of the problem. They talked about AOC, trying to keep the Dems down, trying to act normal. To me, honestly, AOC, are you a sop? Are you a Satanist, oligarchical pedophile? Are you trying to work for them? Probably the only questions I would ask. But Dave Smith, they're attacking her for other things. So let's just take it down a notch. Let's take it down a notch. Try and be normal. Maybe consider things in a way that isn't completely controlled by Epstein and his friends. Let's watch a clip.
Either order, doesn't matter.
Look at what happened in Venezuela, for example. It is not it is not a remark on who Maduro was as a leader. He canceled elections. He was an anti-democratic leader. That doesn't mean that we can kidnap a head of state and engage in acts of war just because the nation is below the equator.
The thing that people are jumping on her, which I think, is a little bit unfair, is that, but I mean, Venezuela is not below the equator. That being said, I think that's a gaffe that, people could make. She tried to describe it in a, funny way or whatever. Anyway, it is kind of entertaining that she said below the equator and the country is, above the equator. But, who's going to get hung up on details like that? I thought what was more interesting about this was, and look, I don't even know if either of us would really disagree with anything she said there, other than the equator part that we might take issue with. But there is, Rob, I mean, the Democrats are still in this lane where they're doing the fake Hispanic accent when you say a word like this. And I just, I don't know. I genuinely, I mean, I don't mean to be like kind of petty here. I actually think there's something kind of significant to this. I still think that, now look, I know you could say that AOC is whatever she is. She's part Hispanic or whatever, and so she speaks Spanish or something like that. But there's a weird thing that people do. It's this weird progressive virtue signaling where when they say a word like that's a Spanish name, they have to break into this thick accent that they just weren't speaking in. Like, it's not like you have you were just speaking without a thick Spanish accent, but all of a sudden when you say a Spanish word, you have to speak. And we don't do it for anything else. Nobody is, you would never say like, oh, I was in London and then I got on the channel and I went over to en français. Like, no one does that. You know what I mean? Like, you go London, France, Mexico. Like, I don't know. It's just like no one actually ever goes. So we were out in California and then we drove down to Mexico, and sorry, that wasn't very good. Anyway.
All right, a topic not about Epstein. Let's get into it. let's enjoy it while we can. Oh, just something not involving Epstein at all. Going back to Old Reliable. What is Old Reliable? Attacking the Democrats, everybody. Yeah, let's keep them rhetorically down. Don't give them a chance. I do want to point out, I mean, I love comedy. I really do. And what Dave is doing here, they're comedians. Sometimes it's hard to remember that. But yeah, what Dave is doing here is a bit. Hot bit. It's a joke. Okay, and I mean, don't get me wrong. He does try and make it as serious of a point as possible. He's doing a fun little bit about people's accents and how people talk sometimes. But the desire to make a point is palpable. He's trying to make a real point, and I'm going to do my best to ignore that. Yeah, it's weird. That's weird. Trying to make a point here, a little weird. Not important. But he is doing a bit. And I laughed. It is funny. And, but he wants to make it serious. So I'll just, I'll help that. I mean, because I have a real opinion about what he's talking about. I do. Tengo un punto. Yeah, I'll say it. I have a real serious opinion, okay? Hey, my mother, completely fluent in Spanish. My dearly departed sister. Sorry, whenever I mention it, I want to cry, but knew Spanish. Very good at it. Worked in it. Okay, my grandpa, my grandma, my estranged family, they all speak Spanish. Sometimes I will speak Spanish. I'm not good at it. I learned later in life, but my whole life I heard it, and by God, can I communicate with it? Puedo vivir solo en un otro país. Yo pienso. El mundo es muy peligroso. Peligroso. Yo conozco. This is a peso. Yeah, and I will, I know about Spanish. I know people who speak Spanish. I can speak with the people who speak Spanish. And I get it, when it comes to being American, there is something, rhetorically that limits me about being perfectly fluent in Spanish and doing the whole thing. Okay, because, in the culture, it's important to be only doing English, all right? Especially, me trying to do stand-up comedy. There's English is so dynamic. It's so pervasive, all right? You want to come off sounding natural. You want to be innovative and, perhaps even, give your chance to do complex art that reaches as many people as possible around the world. But I like Spanish. It works. Some people, only speak it. We'll talk about it. And really, I think, I should later in my life spend some time living in a country that only speaks Spanish just to, get a complete grasp on it. Con mi cerebro. Mi lengua. Yeah, I'll live anywhere but Mexico. Probably Argentina. That place sounds fun lately. Anyway, the joke, what he's pointing at, what he's talking about, the whole issue with the clip. All right, AOC, she's putting some twang on it. And she's speaking in a way that I am very familiar with. Spanglish. All right. Yeah, this New York Jew having trouble understanding Spanglish. He's trying to make some like elaborate point about being woke or whatever. But this is that miscommunication that happens on this issue. Are you trying to make a point of, whatever's going on with her, doing the accent? Why, it's you go down all the way with it, and it's those guys, why don't you speak American? That's what I said earlier. All right, but let's just say it. I mean, Spanglish, it's AOC's native tongue. All right? This is what she grew up speaking. And Spanglish, it's as American as it gets. I mean, what he's specifically talking about, how, she's saying some words, with no accent at all. And then she gets to the specific words and then really lays into it, calling it dorky, calling it some kind of, virtue signal. I mean, first off, this is maybe my point, is that the analogy, it's more like a British person saying the British words with, an accent rather than, an American person speaking and then just saying the British or French words with an accent. Not to say that AOC isn't American, which is kind of the little button we're playing around here. If you were trying to be, super serious, this may be, a point you would imply that she's speaking regular, but then all of a sudden leans into the identity, and then you assume she's doing that to get some kind of political favor. But come on, she's a Latina from fucking motherfucking New York. This is what they sound like. They'll say anytime a Spanish word pops up in English, they're gonna say it how they want to say it. Come on, are you gonna make fun of a British person for spelling the word color weird? You could. It'd be fun. I would like it. But what are we trying to prove here? That because she, hits the twang on it, she's less of an American? What are we saying? That she's virtue, signaling to some group of people outside of the American culture? This is why, whatever, Latinos are out there, they don't understand this. Like, they're as an American as it comes, and the fact that they speak Spanish in this weird way emphasizes that. If anything, secures their position. Those guys who, live in Colorado and, the borders pass them. The Mexicans who live in Texas and the border passes them. Them speaking Spanish it's an American fact, actually. So when you go out there, Davey, New York Jew, not understanding it, he's out there, trying to push the point that, it's odd. It's funny. You did a little bit. You got a little bit out of it. It's a little funny. She does that. It's odd, I guess. But Spanglish is odd. And, whenever you try and push the point, you try and, make someone defend just the way they speak, what answer is satisfactory to you? There's no real answer. She's just speaking. All right? Yeah, maybe you think they're signaling, but maybe the fact that you think that is creating the problem. To me, if she's signaling anything, she's just signaling, she's some chick from the Bronx, some brown chick from the Bronx. Letting, I speak of the Spanish sometimes. Yeah, she's letting people know she speaks Spanish, which is a helpful talent. All right? If you can do it, let people know you can do it all the time. What the fuck? She's doing it. It's probably a little bit natural. You read the words. You learn to read in English. You learn to read in Spanish. Some words are Spanish. The correct way to pronounce it is actually the way she's doing it. What's the point here? Why are we even talking about this? There's more interesting clips of her in Munich when she talks about Taiwan or whatever. Watch Dave Smith's podcast to cover it. But this point right here, I just had something to say about it. This is a little bit my life. Okay? AOC looks like my aunt's. Honestly, she reminds me of my dead sister. Man, I hope I never called AOC hot. I did comedy before my sister died, and I did enough of it to where there's a chance I'm out there calling AOC hot. That'd be weird. She reminds me of my sister now that she's dead. And I think I'd have personal trouble with that. Okay, comedy news podcast. Yeah, I'm sorry. Perfecting this Dave Smith analogy is ruining the fun. I understand that, but let me keep doing it. Really, why are you harping on this? What a fake issue. Her accent in a particular moment. What's the point of that? Aren't the real issues when it comes to this thing is, identifying as an American, the American, immigration process, what it takes to become a citizen, At the end of the day, what it really means to communicate and speak with people who, perhaps don't understand you literally, right? I mean, come on, Dave, don't you want the Latino vote? Are they not Americans? This is like you're talking about something, you're going farther. This is the surface. It's not the important part. I mean, whatever signal is going on, I mean, isn't it a lot less important than, hard money? What's this peso even worth? Every time I go down there, it's it's a way crazy amount compared to the dollar. What's going on with that? Dave, don't you want to talk about that? And not, AOC's signal to the Latino community? I mean, again, the correct way to say the word is how she said it. I mean, if anything, her diction or her slang or dialect, I think, is maybe the most appropriate word. It's, political and, snobby. What's wrong with that? What's wrong with it? Your point is people are rejecting that? Well, what about the other point where she's just talking to the low-class Latinos? Am I just assuming that? I don't know. It's just, I think we're going a circle on this one. It's not the most important thing. What is the most important thing? Jeffrey Epstein. All right? This is the only issue. To oppose the SOPs, the military, industrial complex, people who love Jeffrey. Yeah, I mean, come on, don't make fun of the language here. What the fuck is the point of that? All right, yeah, there's millions of more immigrants here, and there's lots to discuss about it, especially the fact that they don't, perfectly understand guys like you who don't speak the Spanish. But really, instead of talking about those things with them, maybe we should be talking about how we can, use them and they can fight the Satanist oligarchical pedophiles. I would joke and say that maybe we could use them as cannon fodder, Dave. Hey, if I was just talking to Dave, hey, we can use the immigrants as cannon fodder. But we can't do that because explicitly, I'm like undoing my own point. But yeah, and that's not the plan. That is not the plan. You guys want to know the plan? Email rose-colored classist for details. I will respond in Spanish if that's how you ask the email. I don't think that's a really serious point. What is my point, though? What is my point? You gotta get along with people who don't speak your language. All right, Dave. Honestly, right now he's acting like a Jewish racist, which is a new thing, by the way. Thank you, Epstein. I think you want to call her the G word. That rhymes with boy. I won't say the word. I'm afraid. But what I'm not afraid of saying is Dave Smith is a Jewish supremacist. Spread that around. Clip it up. What am I doing here? Right on. Whatever fake issue Dave is talking about here, you know what it reminds me of what else is going on in the news? It's that tweet by Randy Fine, our hot Florida congressman. He's hot because he's sweaty. He's so fat. Big guy. Yeah, should I put the tweet up? I mean, come on. If you don't know the tweet, why are you even listening to this podcast? I will recap it, though. Maybe I would have put up the tweet if it didn't take time. But no, I'll recap it. Just my words. All right? Yeah, Randy Fine. He's going out there on X. He's saying, I'd rather have dogs than Muslims. Or something like that. The specific tweet. Here it is. He goes, if they force us to choose, the choice between dogs and Muslims is not a difficult one. And Randy Fine, terrible writer. He wrote this himself, clearly, because it's bad. Bad writer. Randy shaped like a lime. Can't write. And this tweet, caught fire. He went on the PBD podcast, tried to defend it. It's going out there on Piers Morgan, trying to defend it. You gotta get the time in the air, Randy. I guess that's why you wrote it. And it's so complex because, his tweet, the viral part, it's actually what it is a response to another tweet. It's actually part of a back and forth. A back and forth that was after another back and forth, okay? Because this assistant, New York mayoral assistant, whatever she's doing, I don't even know who it is. Some lady who knew the mayor at some point, okay? What they were doing actually was they were tweeting in reference to like another news story or media piece, okay? And she was making a joke. And, the original piece was about how everyone in New York is thinking that Muslims are taking over and Sharia law is happening. And the assistant, she's like, trying to tweet sarcastically about it, which is crazy work. All right. I mean, come on. You're doing politics and trying to tweet sarcastically. This is just ridiculous. You're not a comedian. This is not going to go well. Yeah, best of luck. It turned out great for her. Okay. So she makes a tweet and then says, "Oh yeah, now we're gonna get the dogs to where they actually need to be," or something like that. Maybe I should have brought up this tweet. But she's saying it sarcastically. All right, and then Randy Fine, Fine, more like thick. Randy Ugly. That's a double joke. Okay. What he does is he takes that sarcastic tweet, takes that shit seriously, and then he tries to speak sarcastically about it. And now we're in this place. We're in this place of like stupid rhetorical nonsense. And it's like, what the fuck is anyone even talking about? What a waste of our lives. I mean, Randy Fine and the Congressman, Dave can say all the shit he wants. Comedian. He did a bit. It was funny. I liked it. But Randy and this, assistant, come on. It's like both of your jobs is not to exaggerate things. Okay, why are you tweeting like jokes? This is ridiculous. Your job is to help govern the reality we live in. All right, and whatever fucking Veep-ass bullshit this is and going on in your heads, I mean, don't tweet it. Don't say it. All right, bring it down. Don't shut the fuck up. Use social media like I do. Barely say anything, only post about Epstein. Okay? Really, I mean, this whole problem that Randy is having, or maybe it's intentional, just trying to get the attention, but if anything is clear, it's just, hey, this is what happens when two brutally unfunny people try and be clever. Okay, these unfunny dipshits on social media. I mean, you gotta think social media is wrong, because they wouldn't have been in this position to come out with something so stupid, to waste our lives with this shit. I mean, this is pathetic. Congressman, please. Randy Fine, Congressman, go back to what you're good at. You go back to eating McDoubles and fucking kids, probably. No, that was too far. I shouldn't have said he was fucking kids. No, he doesn't fuck kids, okay? He probably wasn't even invited to those parties. Look how ugly and fat he is. I gotta bring up Randy Fine. Look how ugly and fat this man is. All the SOPs have him do is just, carry water for them. He doesn't get to go to the party. All right, and they know he'll carry water because he never drinks water. Look how fat this fuck is. Yeah, when Randy Fine gets invited to a pizza party, it's an actual pizza party. Randy Fine, I mean, he's famous for a bunch of, anti-Palestinian tweets and, some sadistic shit, if you ask me. Again, a man who shouldn't have Twitter. Yeah, he's, always talking about Israel, and he's Jewish. And, he's just always using the lines. We're about to attack Iran. Thank you. Randy Fine, he's in for it. In for a penny, in for 500 pounds. Yeah, Iran, Israel, which now it brings me to this perfect interview. Okay, it brings me to Tucker Carlson and MikeUCKABEE. MikeUCKABEE. Am I saying that right? It's MikeUCKABEE. Fucking, I feel like I can't say it any other way. All right, it's Mike Chalabi. All right, that's a joke for the Dave Smith fans. Who's Chalabi? No idea. Something Iraq. Yeah, no. Tucker, he went to Israel. It's chill. He had a chill visit. Nothing important happened. He's back. He's totally back. Yeah, Tucker, the dog who caught the Carlson. A legendary run that guy's on, right? Legendary run. I mean, swear. He interviewed the ambassador of Israel. All right, big interview. Did I say that right? He's the ambassador of Israel. That's not right. He's Israel's ambassador. What am I not getting here? Right on. Come on. Watch this hot exchange between the Tuck and the Huck. He's Israel's cuck.
They represent 0.2% of the world's population. In the entirety of the world, there are about 16 million Jews total. And 8 million of them live here. The rest live mostly in New York or South Florida and a few other places.
Okay.
So this is a small population of people. They have connection to this land, historically, biblically.
Do they?
Yes, they do.
If Bibi's family, we know they lived in Eastern Europe. There's no evidence they ever lived here. He's not religious.
But ancestrally,
how do we know that? Do you have his family tree? No, we don't.
Do you?
He doesn't. So no one does that. So how do we know that he has any connection to this land at all?
And if there has been a practice of Judaism and a connection to the language,
But
the
he
Bible,
doesn't-
the land.
His ancestors didn't. He doesn't practice Judaism in any rigorous way. His ancestors didn't live here. They didn't speak the language, and there's no evidence they ever lived here. So on what basis does he have a right
Very
to be
much
here?
speaks the language. He has fought for the land. His family has fought
I feel
for
like
the
you're
land.
dodging a
No, I'm not
very
dodging.
obvious question, which is, where does this right come from?
I mean,
well,
there's
it's
the
on the basis of the claim that they did that all kinds of things happen. People are displaced. There's a money flow. I mean, it's a big question. A lot hangs on this. It's not some theoretical thing like, ooh, you know, did my grandparents do this or do that? It's like, no, we have a right to be here because my ancestors were here. Okay, how do we know they were here?
All right, Tuck and Cuck, hashing it out, talking about whether, Israel has a moral and legal right to the land. And, why am I talking about this? This conversation is so important because, as you know, we bombed Iran early Sunday morning. I'm recording this Saturday night, 10 p.m., but I'm just guessing. Did we do it? Hey, Future, did we do it? Comment if we did it. I'll comment if we did it. Yeah, man, we're threatening to bomb Iran, threatening war with Iran. And we're like best friends with some guys in some land called Israel. And it's the important question. You know, obviously, the reasons America involves itself with Iran. I'm going to keep saying it weird, Iran. The fact that we involve ourselves is, of course, our own energy interests. All right. Domination of the American oil industry. All right. But what's the immediacy about? Why is it happening at the speed and prescience that it is? It's because of the fact that Israel is where it is. It needs to happen now because they're so close. They're so close. And why Israel is where it is in the first place. I mean, this is what we're asking about. How did we even get in this situation? All right, yeah, everything that supports the existence of this specific nation state is under scrutiny at the moment, okay? And just scrutiny, all right? Just questions. Tucker Carlson, just asking questions. Please don't make me commit suicide. I want Israel to exist, and I mean that truthfully. At the end of the day, I want Israel to exist and have it not be at war, okay? But what I don't want is, for its existence to be justified because of the fucking Bible. All right, if we're going to go to a war with Iran, I don't want it to be for the Bible, personally. I mean, yeah, this is what I love about this conversation that they're having. It's under the total, complete acceptance that the Bible is part of the reason Israel is there in the first place. Which, I mean, that's wild. It's wild even to have a conversation based off that premise because, I mean, not everyone believes that. It's a ridiculous premise. I mean, talk about a fake talking point, right? The Bible, we all know nation states are made through war and blood. Okay, that's the next part of that conversation we'll get into. All right, yes, the Epstein files prove that nation states are just fucking gangsterism taken to the insane level. All right, and yeah, sure, the Epstein files also prove religion, at least demons. But my point is that whatever's going on in some specific particular religious text, why have that conversation at this point in trying to figure out whether Israel should be there, whether we should go to war with Iran? I mean, what kind of conversation is that? It's a tough one. As you can see, they're fucking hashing it out. But this is what I'm talking about. I mean, not everyone believes what you do. Simple facts. All right? People don't believe the same simple facts as you. And you can't have a conversation with people expecting them to believe everything you do. Why are we going to war with Iran? Well, part of the reason is the Bible. Well, I mean, come on. That's not fair. That's not fair. Hiding behind, being a Bible believer, only able to talk in that way. This is the stuff that, got me off God in the first place. All right. Yeah. Thank you, aliens, for bringing me back. But, it's just, they're talking in some sort of way with like clear suppositions and pre-decided truths. All right. I mean, again, the idea that the facts are already decided, before you get into a conversation, I don't think that's true. I mean, yeah, sure, you should, believe personally that some things are true just so you can operate. But when you communicate with others, the point is to decide those facts together. See what level you can operate on. All right, and this conversation about this specific issue, the evangelical, what do they call them? I'm not going to say the word. Z, the big Zists. All right. They talk about the Bible like it's some real part of the conversation. It's, hard. It's hard. And I mean, come on, does BB even believe in it? Does BB believe in what MikeUCKABEE believes in some kind of roundabout way? I mean, Tucker, Tar the Featherson, he's going at this at a real unproductive level, if you ask me. All right. I mean, whatever ideas support, people having a moral right to the land, and trying to have that part of be part of the real conversation. I mean, I feel like it's irrelevant. All right. Whatever that level is, trying to talk to everybody, include everybody in the conversation. You might be interested and motivated by, trying to start the apocalypse or whatever, Revelations. But when you talk to me about it, I don't know if we can't talk at that level. Can we talk about the other things and decide based off of that? I mean, come on. I mean, trying to talk this way, it's been done. It's just been done, and it's not working. Unproductive. All right, whatever, that level don't work. It's irrelevant. Yeah, what we need to do is make new deals. All right, get rid of the Epstein infrastructure, which is a lot in Israel, probably. And BB, part of that same infrastructure. Okay, whatever this conversation is about the Bible, definite distraction. And they were hung up on it for a long time. To think that this is even, a topic that is contested and you need to grapple with. The Bible justifying, a state created after World War II, so the Five Eyes powers could have a a stronghold. I mean, come on, fight fascism and communism and whatever. So isn't that why it exists? Isn't that why Israel exists? Maybe. We'll play Lex Wex and try and understand that in a second. But again, whatever this conversation is, I'd like to ignore it. All right, I'd like to ignore it and talk about something else. Yeah, and this is the thing, man. You have some moral, fucking, honest, righteous truth about whatever this situation is, and that's sweet. But when you talk to me and other people who don't believe in that, okay, that's what you got to do. This is what democracy is. All right, this is what communicating with others is. All right, you try to have a conversation only about the Bible. Yeah, you're gonna breed a misunderstanding. You're not proselytizing well, Mike. Mm-hmm. It doesn't look good. This whole interview didn't look good, honestly. Huck, you're looking tough. Tucker's face got real red. I'm gonna play the second part of this conversation because I'm doing so well with the first. I mean, what a great interview! You got to watch the whole thing. It's 2.5 hours, man.
But my question is very simple. Is there any European peoples that possesses the same right to their land that the Jews, including people whose ancestors lived in Eastern Europe, possess here? The Britons, we know, the British people, the Scandinavian people, the Irish people, their ancestors have been there for thousands of years. That's provable through genetic testing. Do they have a right to their land exclusively?
Is anyone saying they don't?
Yes, of course. Yes. No one will say they will. And I'm asking you, do they have that right?
And I'm not sure what that question involves because no one is trying to force them out of their land, of their homes. But here,
wait, hold on.
You have people.
Why won't you answer that question?
Because I just did.
Oh, so the Irish people have the same right to their land that the Jews have.
I don't know that they have a biblical connection.
Okay,
but I'm a Bible believer.
Okay,
so that is.
But it's also a principle, and that is, and you've said it 15 times.
Sometimes people have land because they were able to attain it through war. They were able to obtain it when it was challenged.
I understand that. There's all kinds of consequences. But we can't say that about the Irish.
The world borders change all the time.
Not actually, the borders of the island of England have not changed, nor
but the
island of
governance
Ireland.
does.
Those are just two examples. So
Yeah.
you've got the indigenous people there. Do they have a moral right to that as their homeland?
And I think they would probably say, yes, we do, because we have ancient
What
history
do you
to it.
think?
I've never thought about whether
Now
they...
that I'm raising the question, and you've spent a lot of time thinking about the right of
Yeah.
the Jewish people to their homeland, do the Irish have the same right to a homeland?
As long as they can defend it, and as long as they,
As long as they can defend it.
But Tucker, here's the point.
Wait a second.
I'm telling
wait a second.
you...
Wait, hold on.
No.
Now you just flipped category. You're the minister here.
Yeah, and I'm telling
As
you...
long as they can defend it.
And
if they can't
you're
defend it,
not
they
allowing
lose
me
the
to
right.
tell you that I think that what is very, very special here is that there is a biblical as well as an ethnic and a historical. So you can take any one, but if you add them all together, biblical, historical, and ethnic, you have a very strong case that the Jewish people are living in a land that is indigenous to them, that has been their historic homeland for 3,800 years.
You can repeat it
And you can
as
also
often as
look in the
you want.
archaeology, the stones cry out.
Okay.
Have you been to the city of David, for example?
have. Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
So you know then that...
And I love it.
Okay, there we go, Tucker. Talking about something other than the Bible. I mean, sure, the MikeUCKABEE. He still goes and hides behind it when he can. But yes, I this is a little more real. We're out there comparing Israel to the rest of the world, and when you do that, hey, it's a special country, special good country. Everyone can keep their country if they can defend it. Yeah, but at the end of the day, the big implied question: can Israel really defend itself? With its Iran there, with its neighbors around, it can exist if it can defend itself. And can it? I would say yes. Because they took control of the American government to do so. Yeah, Iran's gonna blow them up, but Israel's defending itself by using America to do it. And that makes sense to me. Watch out, rose-colored classist. Man, I'm going to have no views forever. This is a mess. Can't let this podcast rise, all right? Bad production, anti-establishment message. Not gonna last. All right, and speaking about Israel, I brought him up a few times. He's the man. He's one of their number one supporters. It's Lex Wexner. Les Wexner got taken for a ride, man. Ooh, questions this guy got. Ooh, yeah, and hopefully he never said more than 5 words. Please, Les, I love you so much for doing this, baby. Please tell us the truth. Come on.
Done personal work for the Rothschild family in France. Well, specifically, I talked to Ellie de Rothschild, and so I mentioned that earlier. So he represented their whole family, so there had been a whole bunch of people. Most of them I never would have met, but I knew Ellie. He would say, like, I'm providing financial advice to the founders of Google. I'm providing financial advice to Jeff Bezos. Answer the question. 5 words, okay? Answer the question.
All right, so why are we taking Iran? Israel. What's up with Israel and Jeffrey Epstein? All right, we have this guy who's donated millions and millions and millions of dollars, to Israel. He's directly admitted. All right, one of Jeffrey Epstein's best buds, their fucking bestest friends. He was his power of attorney. All right, and this guy, he's out there in this deposition. All right, he's explicitly stating that Epstein was a representative of the Rothschilds. The Rothschilds, who funded the creation of Israel, self-admitted. I mean, what's there left to say? I think we're gonna attack Iran because of Jeffrey Epstein. Yeah, and that lawyer. Oh, so many. That clip of that lawyer talking. Everyone's going on about him. Yeah, some say he was joking around. But yeah, jokes. We all know jokes. I'm a comedian. We all know jokes. Just a lawyer in the deposition for child trafficking crimes. Time for some levity. Let me get close to you. Hey, I'll fucking kill you. Isn't that funny? I'm gonna fucking kill you. It's a joke. I'm being sarcastic. Hey, you know this case where people keep dropping like flies? this case where everyone ends up dead, dying suspiciously. The one you're in right now. Hey, I'm gonna fucking kill you. I'll fucking kill you. I don't know. Lawyers are funny, aren't they? I know a lot of lawyers. They're funny guys. Funny guys. Yeah. I mean, we all know the Jeffrey Epstein people talking code, but that lawyer might be a little explicit there. I mean, again, hear what fucking Lex Wexner said. Hear what he said. I mean, come on. He admits Epstein is a Rothschild. You know, it's right there for you. You know, my only question is when Les admitted this, was he the Lex Wexner, or was he that demon that he said he was being possessed by? Yeah, I don't know if I mention all the time, but Les Wexner, all right, he admitted to being possessed by a demon. Okay, I swear to God, there's this fucking article, 1985, New York Magazine profile. All right, unless he's discussing being haunted by some fucking Jewish demon called a Deepak. Don't quote me on that. All right. Yeah, just some like weird thing that no one's ever heard about. Some Jewish racist stuff. Okay. And you know, that's what he did. All right. And I guess again, we're asking, is that a joke? Les, when you said you were being possessed by a demon, was that a joke? Were you just trying to explain your drive in some sort of religious term? I mean, come on. What is saying you're possessed by a demon amongst friends in robes at a temple on an island in the middle of the ocean? Doesn't mean anything. Lex the Wex. Gosh, I will say that guy, the adrenochrome, keeping him spry. He looks pretty good. He's talking pretty good. He's supposed to be 80 fucking something. He seems talkative. All right. Yeah, he seems a little talkative. I think that lawyer noticed. All right. Maybe we get a little more out of him, huh? Hey, lawyer, stop being so good. Stop being so good at your job and helping him. Who are you really helping? No, I believe that lawyer's on the up and up. Everyone needs to be representative. Everyone needs to be represented. I believe that. And it's hard. It is hard. All right. It's difficult to believe in a legal system that was set up by, SOPs themselves. All right. They set up a system where they will get away with everything and anything, and they have ample chances to fight back. But that is the big point about the Epstein files in the first place. All right. Les, he gets such great treatment, and a lot of us don't. All right, there's a 2-tier justice system, and the point of eliminating it is that we get the same treatment as the elites do. There's 2 tiers of justice, and we want the top one. We want the good one. Only the good one. Please, only the good one. All right, that other one where we just go to jail anyway, get rid of it completely. Even for the pedos, maybe. All right, dude, what's the real answer? What is the real answer? How do we fix this? I've been thinking about it a lot, and I'm bringing it up again. I'm gonna do it. I played a Dave Smith podcast today, so I want to wonk. I want to get back to wonking. How do we do it? How do we stop talking about Israel? How do we stop talking about Jeffrey Epstein? I'll tell you right now. Libertarian fascism. I'm doing it again. Do I have a banner yet? Someone bring me a banner. I gotta make a pamphlet. Yeah, I got to ask AI for some graphics. What's going on here? No, everybody, I'm here to talk about it. Libertarian fascism. Cut the podcast. Make some colorful happens. All right? Make it seem like I had some magically well-produced clip up here explaining my actual point of view. No, all right, it's so obvious. Isn't this so obvious what we all need to do? Isn't it so obvious? We're buying lingerie from this guy. We're buying things from this guy. We're involving ourselves in all this odd business. It's so obvious. We're letting them get involved in our lives for no fucking reason. They're just trying to control us. This is insane. We need to fight back. We need to be the fascist. All right? We need to be the fascist about being free. They're the fascist. We got to match their fascism. It's so clear to me. It's so clear to me. What needs to happen is we need to act like them. Not with the other stuff, not with all that bad stuff, but the, other attitude, the one that makes them in charge. You got to be the individual fascist. You got to take control. You're the fascist. I'm the fascist now. All right. Anytime someone tries to kidnap your children, you look at them, you find them, you meet them. You've been searching for them. You got the software, you got the surveillance state working for you. All right. And they come to you and they're like, no, this is my private domicile and I will not be harassed. All right. You love Breaking Bad. That's part of what I'm talking about here, man. Taking control, fighting the power, beating the people. All right. Yes. A republic down to the individual. A fascist republic where everyone's the emperor. You know what I'm talking about here? Yeah, sure. A federal system, fine. Federal. We'll have a federal government. We'll have a state government. All right, county, city. But now we'll do town, block, house, and then individual person. Okay, we will all have an extensive bureaucratic network around us. Our existence will be paperwork. All right, and yeah, man, and make it a way where you don't need anybody. And if someone needs you, they have to litigate. All right, yes, you gotta make a world where you create and grow the things you need to live by yourself. You need to fight to get it all yourself. All right, grow your own potatoes. We have the technology. I'm gonna start growing my own potatoes. I'll make a vlog about it. It'll be tight. All right. Yeah, man, libertarian fascism. How does it answer the big question that I'm talking about here? The idea of your children being kidnapped by the hyper-powerful who are going to sacrifice them to some ancient god. Well, what I would tell you is that under libertarian fascism, I hate to say it, it's terrible to say it, but you do have a lot of responsibility to defend yourself at all times. You do have a lot of responsibility to defend your family from being kidnapped by billionaires. All right. You got to do a lot of the. You're gonna have to do a lot of the work yourself. All right, you are the government. You're your own FBI, baby. Yes, in libertarian fascism, the monopoly of violence does change a little bit. If you ever thought about it, you're gonna have to stop the kidnappers yourself. I mean, maybe you can coalesce with some other people, but that sign contracts. I mean, let's think about it. What is the most important part about not being sex trafficked? All right, it's not putting yourself in a place to get sex trafficked. All right, libertarian fascism. I'm sorry, I'm on that side of the issue. It's tough. No, it's tough. Come on, you wanted to be a model? Are you retarded? You wanted to be a model? Are you dumb? I'm gonna go to France with my friend. We're defenseless. My father isn't even Liam Neeson. What are you doing? Come on. I mean, you hear stories. You hear stories about kids playing in the yard. Mom takes a nap. Kid gets fucking napped. All right. And a part of you goes, this is a tragedy. This is evil. But the other part of you goes, hey, maybe don't sleep while watching children. Lock them in the house. Lock them in the house if you're going to take a nap. All right. I mean, come on. Libertarian fascism. Either they're chained to your radiator or they're chained to some strangers. Okay? What is this philosophical position? What is this political position that I'm putting forward? It's a joke. What is this political position that I'm putting forward? I'm serious. Serious guy. I'm wonking, making points. All right, moving forward. Got to wrap this up. I don't know if you noticed this week, but Candace was off. Candace Owens was off, and we all did need a break. So thank you for that, Candace. You definitely know us. We needed a break. Please, just a break. Jesus Christ, just a big break. Come on. We're going to go over this again, Candace. What's this next week going to be about? Yeah, they killed Charlie Kirk for the money. We know it. All right, they did it in public to scare everybody. Who are they? They are Jeffrey Epstein. Everybody knows. Everybody knows. All right, everybody knows it was the government. Who is the government? The government's Jeffrey Epstein. All right. Candace, you solved it. Case closed. All right, they killed him for money. They're going to keep making the money until we stop Jeffrey Epstein. and then all his friends. No, seriously, time to give it up, Candace. What in the fuck are you going to talk about next week? Tomorrow. It's tomorrow. I'm scared. I'm talking about it like it's Sunday. Is it 12 midnight yet? No, but Candace coming back. Oh man, whatever's next, dude. What possibly could be next? War with Iran, but after that, but after that, God, I'm so scared. You know what? Civil war, world war. You know, God forbid a vigorous democratic process. My only hope is that just for this little bit of future, I just want to take it easy. Come on, we gotta take it easy a little bit. I'm going hard a lot of these weeks, and I feel like I gotta lay off. No, I mean, with my constant criticism of the elites, I mean, at this point, I feel like I'm just goading them into a fight. I'm terrorizing them. Right now. Sure, they did first, but now that I'm doing it back, yikes. I mean, come on. We all know what's going on. Everybody knows. Everybody knows everything. All right? Everybody knows everything. You know, I've told enough people in my personal life about Jeffrey Epstein. I think we got the message out. Okay? We got the message out. And unless we calm down and, you know, push for democracy, I think they'll just kill us. A lot sooner than they were planning to do it. Yeah. I mean, yes, they're killing us slowly, which is why things are so hot right now. But in a way, aren't we all dying slowly? Yeah. They're killing us by, you know, plastics and chemtrails and God knows what else. And yeah, they've been, you know, kidnapping our children to sacrifice them to gods who probably aren't even real. And, you know, they're kidnapping the elderly, too, even, you know, evidently with Miss Guffrey. Yeah, Miss Guffrey interviewed a few Epstein victims. They took her mom. Jesus. Yeah, they're poisoning us, ruining the currency. And they know that. And they know we know that. All right, they're convinced we know that. We're convincing them every podcast that we know that. And Jesus, I mean, high noon is approaching. We about to be in a shootout, all right? And fucking let's take some deep breaths. Focus up. Start box breathing. Yeah, let's just all calm down for a second. Seriously. Candace, tomorrow. I'm so scared. What's going to happen? I've honestly been looking through bulletproof vests to buy. I've been doing that. Been looking at trying to buy a bulletproof vest, and I know that perhaps this podcast would have to crack 10 viewers for me to be really worried about getting shot for my beliefs. But you know, still. No, I'm thinking about buying it because of my process serving business. I'm a real guy. Still, I do comedy. I'm here on the camera, but I'm trying to live a real life here. I'm working in the legal field. I'm in the field, and I feel like I need some body armor. I've been arguing a lot lately with strangers. Wonder what's going on with me. Yeah. I actually think we should be using the legal system to fight. But what the fuck do I know? What do I know? What I know is that they're keeping aliens in the fucking ground, man. There's alien stuff in the ground, man, dude. This is a comedy podcast. Talking about real stuff. Bro. I mean, come on. We've all seen Obama recently talk to that libtard BTC. And he's just out there just flat out, barely a caveat, just admitting to aliens. You see, yeah, aliens are real. I'm okay. He said some other stuff, but I wasn't stuck on that first part. And then what do we have now? We have Donnie T fucking falling down the pit of Epstein, trying to grab any branch. And this guy is falling down. I think he might latch onto aliens. I think he might grip aliens. Talk about releasing some other files. And again, here I am. You know, my mission. My mission here is to spread the message that the people who protect Epstein are the same people who protect information about aliens. All right? And yes, both these stories are cracking and opening up at the exact same time. Not a coincidence. All right? Sure. Yeah, there's some talk about fucking aliens being a psyop. You know, they're going to fucking fake a alien invasion. Are you guys not on my Instagram algorithm? Look at my stories. I'm sure I posted something. You know, they're going to do some fake alien invasion. All right, do the world. Oh, we're all being invaded by aliens, so we need all, world government up together. Doesn't talk about that. Again, come on, watch YouTube. What are you talking about? I saw that on JeffTube, actually. Yeah, but let's be serious. I mean, every, popular thing that we're seeing now is some sort of psyop, or it's being bent and twisted up to act like one. I mean, come on. Jeffrey Epstein's whole life is a fucking psyop. That spy, that paragon of honesty and influence. Everything is a bunch of lies. And, both these things are happening at the same time. And I don't know if you've heard, but never start a double front war. Okay. And as the elites are taking a beating from Epstein, all right, they also got a lot to worry about aliens. And what they're really worried about is we're going to figure out they're connected. Yeah, man. We're all out there taking a turn. They can't temp it down anymore. The people, we've all seen too much. And we're going for it. We're going for it. The leader of the people. Who is it? Joe Rogan. Tell us what's going on, brother.
Supposedly, this is the big story. Supposedly, there's one that's so big that they can't move it, so they built a building around it. And that's supposed to be in Korea.
What?
Supposedly. That's why I heard it's in Korea. But yeah, this is the lore, that this thing is so big that they couldn't move it, that they had to put a building around it.
Dude, that's wild. That'll be the thing I always think about. If they come out and say, yeah, there's definitely aliens, like, what do people do?
Yeah. This is the building, supposedly?
Whoa.
A giant building in South Korea is often been cited as a potential UFO storage facility. Can you imagine if they just built it the shape of a UFO?
Yeah, it kind of looks like it, honestly.
That's so
like,
crazy.
Dude, do a square building.
What's in that fucking building?
I don't know.
Imagine if that's real.
Yeah, what is this? Why are they, why do they think this?
Well, I would imagine that place would have to be heavily guarded.
Yeah.
There's just a gate. Oh. Who's that guy? Eric Burleson insisted on the existence of aliens, but admitted he has no definitive proof. Okay.
I was talking that video I showed you the other day who said he was going to go look at these places.
He was going to go look in Korea?
He mentioned he was going to go look at the underground one. He didn't say where it was.
Oh, this is the congressman. Congressman's claimed.
Yeah.
So scroll down there a little lower. So here it is. U.S. Congressman has claimed classified facility housing a UFO is hiding in plain sight. Well, that's kind of hiding in plain sight. They literally made a little antenna on the top, just like this sport model. Look at this sport model. It has that antenna on the top. I don't know what to believe, man, but I know I want to believe.
What would people do if they thought aliens were real? They would start a podcast alone in their studio apartment. Yeah, Joe doesn't want to believe it? Believe it. Believe it, Joe. Believe it. I mean, the secrets, they're abound, all right? But come on, think about it. Your whole life has been dedicated to this. Just believe it, all right? Yeah, man. The thing about this particular story that makes it so, obviously convincing is the fact that we had a war in Korea. I mean, yeah, obviously there's something big out there. Look, if you looked at Korea, the weather's terrible over there. Come on, what are they doing? What are they doing? No, yeah, we had the Korean War. The military is the one in charge of aliens in the first place. Okay, always the reasons we go to war are lies. I mean, I personally, talk about my algorithm again. I even heard that the idea of secrecy in the first place is something perpetuated by the aliens. I mean, Matt McCusker asking the important question. Yeah, did I say that sarcastically? He's a bit of I can't tell if he's dumb or not. He's a social worker. Listen to his pod. That was pretty good. I mean, yeah, what does it mean to be a human being? God, it's so complicated now. I wish I could just read the Bible and believe that. Oh, it's always a metaphor. Yeah, man, it's so crazy. We have videos of orbs, videos of fucking craft deflecting hellfire fucking missiles. You got the jellyfish. All right, whatever's going on in Virginia, Brazil. Don't get into that one. That's complicated. All right, there's that story Joe always tells about Nixon and that famous comedian with the UFO house. I mean, we have real testimony of fighter pilots. All right, upright and upstanding military fucking men giving a deposition, doing the whole Your Honor thing, telling God they won't lie. There's fucking Bob Lazar. And, now that, everything, involving Epstein has been proven to be true, You look at the temple on the island. You think about all that, more of that Joe Rogan shit with the pyramids and human sacrifice and ancient civilizations. The fucking sightings of UFOs in, ancient religions. Come on. We're out there believing it, Joe. Why are you saying you're not believing it? Come on. I mean, isn't it so obvious? It's also obvious now. I mean, look around you. Look around us. The fucking computers, cameras, lights. Obviously, it's fucking aliens, man. I'm doing an impression of you right now. Stop fucking around, Joe. Stop saying you don't believe it. Stop saying it. God, man. Yeah, they got this stuff buried. All right, they fucking got the bodies buried. They got human bodies. They got alien bodies. It's also clear. And, I don't know what this is about. We're always like fucking people are trying to, hold, the standard of evidence, like you would have in a fucking trial or something like that. They want to prove aliens beyond a reasonable doubt. Okay, but that's a ridiculous position. All right, you only take that position when you're, considering, taking away the liberty of another. But when we look at questions on whether they'd give us more liberty, like knowing shit, we actually need to be more expansive. You may not need as much evidence to believe it or, operate as if it were true. I don't think it'd be that bad for you. All right, accepting more things as true is, definitely a better way to live. All right, that some things, more things could be true than not. Plan for all possibilities. I mean, Joe, how could you say you don't believe it? How could you say that? It hurts my feelings, honestly. I mean, come on. If anything, just assume the worst. The government has acted in a way to where I think we can assume the worst. And what is the worst? The worst is that aliens are real. Interdimensional creatures exist. Our religions and behavior are based off of them and what they want. And, they inspire people to be good and evil. And, they remain secret because that would make our existence, conditional. And truthfully, we're here, by the grace of God. And by God, say it with me, I mean the practically omnipotent, interdimensional, ancient alien space gods. Yeah, that's the worst. That's me assuming the worst, and the government has made me assume the worst. Yeah, what is the worst? What is the worst? That we exist not under some romantic notion of, eternal peace or damnation, but in some fucked up science experiment, where the game is either we obey the rules of the experiment or, try and, fight the rules and fight back, and embrace ourselves in our temporal pleasure. That's the worst. I think that's the worst. Yeah. I mean, just the depravity of whatever, like, a cultic elite are out there and the weird secrecy they have about aliens. I mean, I think there are clear indications that we need to leap to insane conclusions. All right? I mean, and it's tough. It's tough. I understand why you wouldn't want to believe, Joe, but you gotta. All right? Yeah, man, life is about accepting that there are greater life forms than you and that we have an offer on the table that we either completely submit or fight futilely. And yeah, while it might seem heroic to fight in a war that you'll lose, unfortunately, because of the reality of our existence, when we do that, we open ourselves up to nefarious forces, other, lesser, practically omnipotent, interdimensional, ancient alien space gods. And yeah, our lives rock while we do that, but that's not the science experiment we're in. Those aren't the rules. That's not the deal. Life is suffering. And, if you don't want to accept that, you'll be embodied and controlled by demons. Yeah, it's a shit deal. It's a shit deal for us here on Earth. But maybe we see it on the back end. And that's hard to believe in, but maybe we're going to do it. This is not that Bible shit that I complained about earlier. Something totally different here. Something totally different. This is the official religion of libertarian fascism. Yeah, man. Overall, I'll just say that, heaven better be real, or, else this child Jeffrey Epstein cannibalism stuff is that really sucks. That'd be really weird, unjustifiable, actually. Be too fucked up to even operate. All right, that's the pod. I did it. Thanks for hanging out with me. Like me, subscribe to me, comment. How are the cuts? Don't even worry about it. You didn't even see them. You're listening. Put me on in the background. Yeah, I'll never be popular for talking. I know that. All right. I'll never be popular for talking about the things I'm talking about. That's like a totally other thing. All right. But hey, I'm laying it out the way I see it. Trying to inspire, giving the AI some complicated feedback. I think I can do this. No, podcasting's fun. I have so much fun doing this. Someone message me. All right. Become my clip maker. All right. This pod has what it takes. It just needs more content. I'll get it together. No, I swear I'll get it together. All right, I'm out of here. I have a big show, March 27th, Silver Lake, California. Doing a taping at an indie comedy show, Mount Moore Comedy, a little more than indie, I'll tell you. And I swear, if the host, producer, or potential sponsors ever listen to me, we're in for it. I mean, hopefully I'll still be on when it comes game time, but I'm not talking right in here, okay? I'm not doing it. Yeah, March 27th, I'll sling some more Jeffrey Epstein jokes. Give it to the listeners. I'll give the listeners what they want. Yeah. Promise you'll not hear the exact same stuff. All right, I'll do some real stand-up too, I promise. I'm pulling it out. All right, this podcast is in a genre. This is not who I am entirely. I'm playing a character, really. All right.